Good morning and welcome to another beautiful edition of Sport Update at Akinjaguna Junction. I'm Adeus Oladejabi. A sport update, I will be discussing a lot more about our sports, major leagues. We will be discussing about our soccer today. Here with me in the studio is one of my analysts, Mr. Tolulope Emmanuel. You are welcome to Sports Updates.
Good morning, HB. Thanks for having me here this morning.
Mr. Tolulope Emmanuel will be taking it up from the Super Eagles camp. The former Super Eagles coach, the Mbatu Super Eagles coach, then Granit Ra said, Eagles are favorites to win the African Cup of Nations. I don't forget that Granit Ra was actually relieved from office some months, a few weeks to the African Cup of Nations. Now he's tipping his team to win the African Cup of Nations. What's your take on that?
In the build-up to this game, uh, Kenneth Roy has said something, or probably few days to his being relieved as the manager of the team. He said he has built a team whereby a formidable team that they are able and champion of Africa once again. So I think I was talking with a friend who told him that the result we are seeing in the Super Eagles team at the moment, it's not just coming up like that. Though Austin Eguavoen has been brilliant, but I can say this is the work of Genetra, of what we are seeing. The result, the present set something bad because he has been with the team for I think about 4 or 5 years. These guys should not just lose the chances they have that they are better side or they are playing in the best league or whatsoever. But I would say Genatora has spoken well by tipping these guys for the victory. I mean, becoming the African champion.
The Super Eagles what's the chance of Super Eagles against Tunisia?
I think I'm a bit scared of these countries. They can, before you know it, you are at the losing end. But Tunisia coming up as third best or best loser or whichever, I think they still have something to prove in this tournament. Don't forget, Tunisia at one time or the other being one of the best team in Africa, and they can still prove something out of this game. But left to me, with the current guys we have in the Super Eagles team, I think they give their best. And at the end of the 90 minutes, I see Super Eagles coming up ahead of Tunisia in tomorrow's match.
We shouldn't write off the fact that Tunisia just actually came up with a third best loser
Exactly.
against the Super Eagles of Nigeria. If we could look at the front line of Super Eagles, it was somehow a bit shaking that even against Guinea-Bissau, against Guinea, they actually struggled to score two goals against them. So, what do you expect from Coach Austin Aguafon with his front line?
Well, I think for me, Austin should stick with the current squad he has been using right from the start of the tournament, because if you change this squad again, it can have a psychological effect on these guys. So Taiwo Iwoni has been proving, I think, game by game, this guy has been upping his game and he has been improving. Then Kelechi, Kelechi at any point can deliver and he can give you the results you needed at any point in time. So I just think Austin has to give these guys more, and this guy had to deliver. So Austin is proving to be the best manager so far we have at the moment, and Kelechi and Taiwo Awoniyi have to up their game more, so that we are playing against a formidable team in Africa, not just a formidable. This is Tunisia, and these guys are very desperate, and when Okay, when it comes to playing in the African scene, these guys are dominated Africa for so many. Do you want to talk about their league or the squad they have? I think these guys can still prove a point in this tournament.
Now let's take a look. Checking at the round of 16 fixtures, Cameroon is playing, the host nation is playing against Cape Verde. And with the
No,
look
they are
of
playing
things,
against Comoros.
speculates on permutations
Yeah.
that Cameroon is actually one of the best side from theirs. So there is probability Nigeria win the round of 16 and quarterfinal. Same with Cameroon. Is there Cameroon against Nigeria? Is there any possibility of these two teams meeting?
I don't see it coming at the moment. I think the side we can possibly play, which other team? I think Malawi or there, Tunisia, we should not be playing them soon. I really don't want this guy to leave the team when he left Arsenal then. But since his departure from the Emirates Stadium, from the Arsenal squad, this guy has been proving that yes, if you don't, if you remember, he was at the last Copa America. So Emiliano Martinez is one of the best. I think I was seeing one of his statistics recent time, and I think he's one of the third best so far when it comes to saving shots and saves. He's one of the best, though there's not much attention given to this guy at the moment, but he's still one of the best. And I think selling another contract with Aston Villa is one of the brilliant decision.
Arsenal former player Thomas has joined the Belgian national side as an assistant coach. Thomas Vermaelen is one of Arsenal's best defender. Thomas Vermaelen has actually announced his retirement from football and is going into coaching.
Well, I want to wish Thomas happy retirement, and after now, I hope he will be able to transform and transfer those the knowledge and brilliance he has as a central back. Thomas Vermaelen is one of the best defenders Arsenal has at some points, and while he was leaving, we felt his absence in the team. And when he went to Nou Camp, I mean Barcelona, at some point he had injuries issue and bench, and before you know it, but him declaring his retirement at this moment, it's a good thing. It's aged already, and I think he will be able to impact into the Belgium national side. And don't forget, Belgium is still one of the best, in fact, the best team so far in FIFA ranking.
Exactly.
So having him in that coaching crew, I think he's going to impact more and going to help the what's this guy Martinez, or what's the Roberto Martinez?
Martinez
I think
signed.
So it's going to help them the more and impact, and we'll be able to build more defensive stronghold for that.
In as much as he's once a defender.
So
because we've seen much of coach nowadays. If you see
Moving
a coach
to
that actually plays as a striker, you would love to have a
more
profiling
formidable,
striker. His team if is actually a midfielder, they would like to have a very
midfield, yes.
midfield. And let's take a look at your coach, which is Michael Arteta. Arsenal is trying to give him to extend his contract in order not to leave the Emirates Stadium, because Manchester City is actually looking up to Mikel Arteta to replace Pep Guardiola. What do you see about Arsenal JC offer to Mikel Arteta?
I think it's not a to have extended Mikel Arteta. Oh, at some point when this guy was being promoted as the manager, when he first signed for us, Arsenal, he signed as a head coach. So when he was being promoted as the manager, then there were highbrow. How could this guy be promoted when he has not been doing very well as a coach? But if you study that team very well and you observe carefully, you discover Arsenal of 2, 3, 4, 5 seasons ago is not the current Arsenal we have. I think the current Arsenal squad now, whenever you want to play them, you have to think twice. these guys are really doing well, and I think
And actually,
at
Mikel Arteta is bringing a lot of new
new
talented
innovation.
players into the team.
I could remember each time Pep Guardiola has always been telling us now you have to be calm with this guy. He knows what he's doing. Now it's getting obvious that really Mikel Arteta really learned from Pep Guardiola. And don't forget, at least about twice he has been able. Okay, once he was. Oh, okay, I think twice he has been able to defeat Pep Guardiola's side. So Guardiola knew what this guy can offer, and that's why he has said, give him more time. And if I think it would be a better thing with the current innovations and current form Arsenal is having now, if Mikel Arteta's contract is being extended, it would be a brilliant thing for Arsenal side.
Okay, let's take a look at another transfer update. A former Chelsea midfielder, Oscar Mbabwa, has announced that he had talks with Barcelona over a transfer to the Camp Nou. Don't forget that Oscar Mbabwa is once a former Chelsea players, and he actually played for Shanghai Ports, and he actually joined them in 2017. So now Oscar is coming back to the Europe Elite Club, joining Barcelona at Camp Nou. Despite the fact that Barcelona is actually not playing the best football this time around.
Well, I can say what pushed Oscar, that's my own belief or my own sentiment, what pushed Oscar out of that Chelsea side then was money. Well,
it was after money.
Yes. The Chinese really enticed him with money and he went for it. Oh, and in football, you either go for trophy or the fame or the money.
The money.
Yes, that's. Well, this guy coming back to Europe, I think he still have. I think he's still young or probably in his early 30s now. But I think the experience he had while he was still playing in Europe, and don't forget this guy is a Brazilian, and where we tag as home of soccer. So I think he can still prove something coming back to Europe, and not just Europe, Camp Nou, FC Barcelona. I think he will be able to explore more, and the experience he had acquired over the years, he will be able to impart into that team. And it's a good one. It's a good move for Oscar coming back to Europe.
Okay, before Emmanuel leave the stage for another analyst, let's quickly take a look at the Premier League matches coming up today. Everton against Aston Villa. Everton is hosting Aston Villa at the Goodison Park today. What can you say about these two matches? Steven Gerrard going to the Goodison Park. And don't forget, when Steven Gerrard was at Liverpool, it has always been Merseyside derby.
Merseyside derby, yeah. Well,
with their current form. Wanderers today by 3 p.m.
Well, this fixture is kind of dicey for me, and Wolves has been one of the best presents for time, and Brentford, they are not a side that you can just write about. You can't write them off. They are also a better side, but I still want to see. Okay, let me say full-time draw in this match.
Leeds United is hosting Newcastle. Short injury to Easter.
Ronaldo will still deliver, not minding the age. Though I think Rajni was saying something a few days ago that Ronaldo should be thinking of his age now.
Exactly.
That age, while he was still young, he was able to put all enthusiasm and them. But now that you are aging, it should be calm, and though the Ronaldo, will always want the best.
Yes, Ronaldo, he always fight for finish. He loves winning. He doesn't love being defeated.
I think David Moyes want to upset Manchester United today. Though
he was once
a manager of Manchester United. I still want to see with the last results Manchester United played, winning one. Goes to 3. I think a better chance than West Ham United.
Okay, the last match is coming up today at the English Premier League is Manchester City. Will be traveling to Southampton. Manchester City has actually been running away with the league, And I don't see Southampton stopping them today again from winning. Or what do you think, Emmanuel?
I don't really see a shocking result in this match. I see Manchester City going past Southampton today in this match without doubt and without any fear. Manchester City will be able to, and considering the pressure on them, I think at this moment there are a lot of pressure on them, right from Liverpool, Chelsea, that they still want the crown. I see Manchester City.
Are claiming the day. Okay, last before we leave the stage, Chelsea is playing against Tottenham Hotspur tomorrow, and it's going to be another London derby. Don't forget they've met three times this seasons, and it has actually been defeat. Chelsea has defeated them three times. Tomorrow again will be the fourth time they will be meeting this season. And Eric Dyer is in contention, probably to miss or is going to be in the match. The situation is not somehow certain. And coupled with their the two recent form of out of the 11 matches played so far.
Well, I still want to give Chelsea
the hedge.
Yes, over.
Though
Antonio Conte will want to prove a point at Stamford Bridge because he was once the manager at Chelsea, and don't forget he won the league with Chelsea. So I think he will know winning against Tottenham and in the against Leicester.
Over Tunisia. Because they've been outstanding. They proved themselves to be worthwhile in the competition so far. Coming to Burkina Faso, I've actually loved this team. This right from the last the AFCON Nigeria won by Sunday. Yes, I've actually watched their football. Then the likes of Dance, there's one particular guy huge there. I love their football because they're always stylish. When they play with much confidence. And coming to Gabon also, actually I've not followed them enough, but things I've seen with them playing in the round of 16. Likewise, the other team also, that is Gabon and Burkina Faso. So let's just hope one team is going to come out victorious, but I'm actually giving it to Burkina Faso.
For the fact, Aubameyang is no more in Gabon team.
Yes. So definitely, I'm giving it to Burkina Faso because I think Burkina Faso played a match, and it was glaring that these guys ought to have won that match. I think it was their first match or their second match. Yes, I think it was their first match. And let me just give it to them. For Nigeria, Tunisia tomorrow, Nigeria is winning that game conveniently. Likewise, I won't say Burkina Faso, but I think Burkina Faso ought to move to the next round.
So that means whoever wins between Burkina Faso and Gabon will face whoever emerge winners between Nigeria and Tunisia.
Nigeria is capable.
Nigeria is capable, definitely. And we have Guinea playing against Gambia, and we have Cameroon playing against Comoros. Comoros is all part of
exactly.
Actually, they played 1-1 draw in their last match, which is the third match. They came up with 7 points. It was only the Super Eagles of Nigeria that came up with 9 points. So, what's the chance of Guinea, Gambia, Cameroon against Comoros?
This Comoros team, they come into round of 16, getting through to the round of 16. They've not been they've been serious also very well. And all this team you've mentioned against coming into the round of 16, I just hope they just do it, because as for me, I won't actually fight for them. I'm just gonna give one analysis on them. And probably if they come out victorious, good for them. But my main focus is on Nigeria. I'm just hoping Nigeria comes through and meet all of them and just give them what they need.
Okay, the third quarterfinals, the third semi-finals slot. Round of 16. Pardon me for that. Is against Senegal versus Cape Verde. Senegal, they have the likes of big players, the likes of Kalidou Koulibaly and the likes, and Morocco against Malawi.
Let me start from that of
Senegal against Cape Verde.
Well, I was actually sitting down outside and I was thinking about Senegal and Nigeria, because these are the two teams that have been proving themselves so far in the AFCON. Look at Senegal, likes of Sadio Mane himself is fear himself when he's on the pitch. Coming. Look at. Let me just hope. Senegal, they've been outstanding. They are going to do better against Cape Verde. Coming to Morocco also. Morocco also they proved themselves. It's actually. I'm not too happy with it that Hakim Ziyech is not in the team. I don't mean he was in the team. It would have been another big boost for them. Even without him being in the team, they've actually been playing fantastically. And I hope they move to the next round of the game.
Ivory Coast against Egypt, and I hope Ivory Coast will go for all revenge, because in 2006 it was Egypt that actually defeated Ivory Coast in final. Egypt hosted the competition there, and Egypt actually defeated Ivory Coast in shutouts, and now they are meeting at the round of 16. Could it be a revenge for Ivory Coast?
For me, football is a game of just play your football and enjoy, either win or draw, whatever it comes. I won't take it as a revenge because Egypt too, they won't want to slack. They won't want to lose guard. Yes, let me use that word. They want to lose guard because they lost their first match and they've not been playing too well in the AFCON. And definitely they won't want to lose against Ivory Coast also. And you saying Ivory Coast may want to come back for revenge, they might want to, and Egypt might not give them the chance. They might lose again. What if they lose again? That is this thing called football is a game. Win, draw, lose, it's all part of the game. So if Ivory Coast lose today, all good for them. If they win today, all good for them. Likewise, Egypt also.
Okay, let's quickly take a look. Let's take our flights to Europe. And we have a lot of... they're actually doing that to stop the move of Mikel Arteta heading to Etihad Stadium to replace his boss, which is Pep Guardiola.
Let me start from Arteta. We'll see, beginning of this season was actually very difficult for him. Very, very. I put myself in his shoes and I was like, this man, he tried. Even with the fact that they had injuries. Like 5 players of this had serious injuries and everybody thought Arsenal is going to relegation this season. They are not going to be in the game. And look at what he has put. They are back in the top 6. Right from, I think, 17 or 18. Position, they are back in the top 6, actually deserves the contract. If you are talking about the contract, I wouldn't see the fact that Man City is actually trying to pull him to themselves. The main reason why they gave him another new contract. No, this man have actually proved himself to be a good coach. The season with Arsenal was a bit.
But do you see him, if at all it happens the other way around, do you see him making a difference in Manchester City?
No, it's just like you have, I know, good. Look at Solskjaer when he was coaching Manchester United. He had the players. He had fantastic.
He had all the instruments.
Yes,
Same with Frank Lampard. Yes, he had all the instruments.
He had them. So there's a tendency that even if you have all the players, not making use of them, the tactics Man City use is totally different from the one Arsenal uses. So you can't bring your own tactics Man City and say you want to prove something. Players might not like it.
Definitely.
They might not like it. It might even
because presently at Manchester United, a lot of players complaining about Rangnick's outside of play.
Look at Rangnick. He has all the players. Now look at
he has all the resources.
Exactly. Defense, front line, midfield. But look at what they are facing. I think they are 6th or 7th.
7th
on the table. And they have all the resources they need. So same thing with Mikel Arteta. He coming to Man City. Look at Man City. They have the best players in Premier League at the moment. If they have a confirmed starting level, they have another starting level that can beat anything, almost anything in the Premier League. But Mikel Arteta coming to Manchester City, it's just as if he's just coming there, having all the resources and not utilizing. I just advise. Thank God they've given him a new contract.
Another contract.
Yes, in Arsenal, and I think you need to stick to that.
Okay, let's take a look at this. Manchester United is calling. They are actually interested in Island of Dortmund. Do you see Ireland making any difference? Well, in Manchester,
they might end up being 6th. They might not end up being one of the top 4. This is what I just said. You having the players and not look at Tuchel. Look at Tuchel. The Champions League, he collected the Super Cup and is now in the Carabao Cup final again. But look at.
But don't forget, Chelsea is actually slugging it out on the 4th.
Yeah, they are actually trying because they've been through a lot. But I'm coming back to that. But Haaland coming to Manchester United, I don't see much difference he can do. I don't see much difference because when you're having too much of football stars in a team, it's another issue on its own.
Exactly.
And Haaland is the kind of player that give me the ball, I'll give you the ball, give me back, then I play my shot. That's the type of player he is. He needs a kind of
And
player that can play
presently,
with him.
with what is actually happening to Manchester United, I don't
They
think
don't have. They
that
don't
there
have.
will
Look
be a
at
chance for that.
that's actually what is happening to Ronaldo at the moment. Ronaldo doesn't have. Look at if Ronaldo has a player like Kovacic in which he used the formation and he used 4-2-2, and the two players he paired together was McTominay and Matic. Matic can't play alongside McTominay. It's a different combination. Two fours, right and left.
Yeah, so far.
Even he was the person with the highest goals in Manchester United last season.
And
He
he
played
actually joined them in January.
January. If you see him, he was starting to play on the. It's just as if you want to come and use Ronaldo as a 8 or 4, and you expect him to score goals. It's not possible. That's it. Probably Real Madrid or PSG.
Okay, former Chelsea midfielder Oscar Limbaba is actually eyeing a returns to Camp Nou from Shanghai Port. He actually left Chelsea during the 2017 spell.
Yes.
Going to make any difference to his playing career?
Coming back, I was watching one of his documentaries on Chelsea app, and his goals then were very, very fantastic. He proved himself to be an outstanding player, and the main reason why he left for Shanghai was mainly because of money. And now, playing for a good 5 years, he has realized what he was there for: money. Because he even said that he came from a poor background and he needed money to sustain. He doesn't want to suffer again in his life, and he has actually gotten that. Now, he coming to Xavi style, and if you see Xavi, he has been trying his possible best. I think Barca is on sixth now from eight. He took them back to six, and they've been even
They
against
are even out of so many competitions right now.
it's no they actually had initial issues with their coach. I didn't even Xavi have been there earlier. I think would have done something better, because we can see he's trying his possible best against Real Madrid. They tried, but Madrid later won against them. But Oscar coming to Barcelona at the moment, probably let's just hope he's going to fit in to Xavi's method and the likes of Leah Xavi is putting together at the moment. Let's just hope he performs well.
Okay, Chelsea have been struggling with forward line so far so good. The likes of Timo Werner, the likes of Romelu Lukaku's nine really wonderful stars, Jonathan David, who is 22-year-old difference at Stamford Bridge.
Now, the problem of Chelsea at the moment, it's two. First, they need a left wing back. Another, they need a type of player that can create, that's kind of recreational in the front. Now, people have been saying Tuchel should drop Lukaku at the moment. Lukaku has been playing utter rubbish at the moment. People are saying he should bring on Havertz and Werner. For me, he should drop Odoi also. If he brings two players, a type of player that can recreate in the front line, it's actually disheartening that Coman signed another contract with Bayern Munich. This is the kind of player that if they had brought him into Chelsea, he's going to change things in the front. And looking at our left wing back, I don't know when left wing back at the moment that can play like Chilwell.
Even at presently, this will be the fourth time Chelsea is €1 million as compensations.
Yeah,
but they are turning down the deal.
Adibin Emerson isn't playing well. They won't turn down. Definitely, he's playing well in the end.
And Emerson is still a Chelsea player, just on loan.
Just on to the end of the season. It was mainly because of emergency they are calling him back.
So why can't they release?
They can't release him mainly because they've signed a deal till the end of the season, and at the moment he's playing fine
with them.
Yes. Now let me cite an example. Adibin Chilwell was on loan from Leicester to Chelsea and was playing well, and maybe probably a left back of Leicester had injuries, and Leicester called him back to Chilwell to come back. Do you think Chelsea are going to release?
Well, that's another.
Yes. They can't release their left back. So definitely, it's going to be a difficult task, and at the same time, Tuchel needs to check that time is running out. Time is running out for him to get
like you said, time is running out. Actually, our time is also running out. I would like us to discuss, but the time is not on our side. Let me just take a little tips from your mouth.
Okay.
Spurs against Chelsea tomorrow. Just one word.
Okay.
Who is taking it home?
Chelsea.
David is actually giving it to his club. Chelsea is taking it home tomorrow. We really appreciate everyone from watching us. This is AYOGEN TV. We are located at Akin Jagunla Junction. David, say some words to our fans.
Okay, thank you very much, HB. Please, you are going to the sports center to watch Manchester United match today. Please don't argue much, please. Manchester United